today with another Oh My Girl reaction for you guys. And this is of course part 2 of my Real Love album first listen. If you've happened to have missed part 1, you can go and find that in my Oh My Girl playlist on my channel. It's with the Real Love MV. And yeah, so today I'm going to be reacting to the remaining tracks. I'm going to be doing 5 songs in one video, which means this is at risk of getting blocked from copyright. Usually when there's like more than 4 songs, it sometimes gets blocked. Fingers crossed it should be safe. If it does get blocked, I might have to split it into 2 parts. We shall see. So yeah, the 5 remaining tracks I'll be doing today are Parachute, Kiss and Fix, Blink, Dear Rose, and Sailing Heart. I'm super excited. Let's just go. Okay guys, so I'm going to be continuing the album with lyric videos. However, as you know, the music is still my priority. I'll be reading the words, however, I'll only be commenting on like the music production, their vocals. Don't expect like some sort of lyrical analysis or anything like that. Let's go. We're continuing with Oh My Girl, Parachute. Let's go. Okay. It's funky, but I'm not worried yet. All these melodies, all those claps. Okay. Ooh, that progression. The bit these melodies. Okay. Is that steel panning back? Ooh. Ooh. I love these melodies. Alright. That is still pan. Those claps, those 80s claps. I love that! Ooh, I love that! Ooh. Wait, repeat. I love that ending with the instrumental cut out. Okay, so I absolutely love that. It did have that retro sound a little bit, but it wasn't like your typical, like it wasn't the same sort of sounds that you usually get, which is what makes me bored of the songs, because it's the same sort of instrumentation over and over, the same structure. You know what I mean? This was a little bit different. It definitely did have sort of 80s elements within there. It had that funkiness, but it also had that sort of dancey housiness to it, which I really appreciated. If they were gonna go for a title track with this sort of funky sound and a little bit of a throwback sound, I would have gone for that one instead. Does that make sense? I feel like Real Love would have made a bit better B-side. I feel Parachute would have been a better title, because it still has, like, if they want to stick to that sort of funky throwback sound, I feel like that would have been a better choice, honestly and truly. I would have chosen Drip. I mean, I haven't finished the album. I would have said Drip would have been the perfect title, but if they did want to stick to that sort of sound, Parachute would have been a better choice. I love those synths. I love that one clap. It sounded very 80s decade, not the group. I love the melodies in this, like that bida. Like, it was so playful. I actually really liked that one. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, let's go. Next up we have Kiss and Fix. Sound extra good on this. Boom, boom. That sounds so good. I've had a beat cut out. That loop. The layers, the harmonies. This sound that comes in boom, boom. Ooh. Piano chords. The ad-libs, that run. Yeah, 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 yeah. This back and forth. Wow, that was such a tasteful song for Oh My Girl. I can't really explain it, but this whole album in general, like whoever sat down, I don't know how much say they have in like terms of choosing songs for their albums, but the team, like whoever sat down and sort of discussed what songs were going to be on the album and stuff like that, they did a really good job at picking songs for Oh My Girl. I feel like that song just showcased their vocals so well. That's one of the best I've ever like heard them sound. I don't know if it's just me, but they sounded extra good on that track. I love that loop, that doom, doom, doom. I love that. I love the those whooshy sounds that kept coming in like. Do you know what I mean? The melodies were very, very playful. The structure of the song was very, very playful. Very, very interesting bridge. I love that as well. This album, man. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, guys, let's go. We now have Oh My Girl, Blink. Let's go.
From London to Chicago.
Oh, this is giving me like old school hip hop. It's giving me disco as well. Oh, let it ready. Is that flute? This is giving me. Hey. Oh, hey. That should reminds me of Mariah Carey. Ooh. This harmony. Oh my, oh that melody. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Hey. Na, 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 na. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my god, these ad-libs. Yeah. Oh. Honestly and truly, that one as well. I feel like that one would have made a better title if they were going to go for a throwback sound no matter what. That was just a lot more sort of fun and catchy. That's just my personal opinion, guys. I am bored of the throwback sound, so I will probably skip that song. However, I did really enjoy it just now listening to it. It was a very, very good song. The production was fantastic. The beat that came in the beginning and then it came in again later, it reminded me of very, very early on hip-hop during the 80s where they were making that transition from sort of disco, 70s funk and soul and stuff, and they were making that transition into hip-hop, and you'd have those sort of disco-like beats going into hip-hop. And that's what it reminded me of, but then of course it went into a more sort of poppy, fun sound. It also reminded me a lot of some of Mariah Carey's earlier work, like that I think there's one like specific Mariah Carey song that really, really sounds like that. Some of the ad-libs and stuff as well, and the melodies in general were giving me very early on sort of Mariah Carey vibes. That was a bop. It was a bop. I'm still bored of that sound, but it was definitely enjoyable for me. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, let's go. We now have Oh My Girl, Dear Rose. Let's go. This is giving me old school, Oh My Girl. That bass. Twinkie sound is back.
Everything's gonna be okay. 해피가 공기는 충분하게. 비행기에서 이름도 독특한 배들까지 상상할 수 없던 모든 신비한 것들을 너와 함께 가볼 거야. 저 궤도에 오를 때 그 느낌은 참 이상하지만 평온을 되찾고 난 뒤에 저 창밖을 바라보면
Oh, I love this! These melodies. This is like a house sort of It's like a club banger. This song's weird, I love it.
별을 벗어나서 까만 점이지에 나는 쏠지 마 위험하지 마 두 눈에 담긴 그 모든 게 얼마나 더 아름다울까
Hey. Hey. Pretty little rose, pretty little rose. 너를 안고 pretty little rose. Oh my god! Little rose. Hey. That's my favourite one on the whole album. That's straight up my favourite one. I love that so freaking much. You guys know my taste and you know that. That was snakery, if I'm honest. That reminded me a lot of their earlier work. Not the sounds they debuted with, because I feel like they changed sounds like a few times. It reminded me of like the sound they came in through, like when they switched their sound like after debut, and you had those sort of, just those sounds that were a little bit wacky, just a little bit wacky. That to me is like the Omai걸 sound. Like that's the sound that made me kind of fall in love with them. So to hear it again made me really, really happy. I loved it. I loved the melodies. I loved the instrumentation. I loved all the synths. I loved the structure of the song, the structure of the song, like those little breakdowns, those synthy moments. I loved the bridging and that moment after the bridge. I loved that so much. That's hands down my favourite song on the album. Snakery. Snakery. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, let's go. Last but not least, we now have Omai걸, Sailing Heart. Let's go. Gonna end the album with a ballad.
저기 멀리 나를 닮은 작은 섬 문득 왠지 널 기다리는 것만 같아 하얀 종이 위 하나하나 만날 준비를 적어내려가 바다의 소리에 귀 기울여야 해 흔들리지 않게 들여다 정도의 굳은 날씨에 방황하게 되면 어떡해 아냐 걱정들 하나하나 버려두고 살았었던 나 바다의 소리에 귀 기울여야 해 흔들리지 않게 데려다줄 것 같아 그대에게
That do-do-do-do, the harmonies in the back as well. Oh, vocals!
맡겨야 해 Cause love is like a sailing heart 금방 닿은
That little piano breakdown.
포근한
Can we
바람에
bridge?
잔잔한 파도 운일지도 몰라 어느새 기나긴 끝에 우리가 만나 Just you and me 바다의 말은 귀 기울여야 해 흔들리지 않게 데려다 줄 것 같아 마침 날 그대에게 바람의 노래 전부 믿어야 해 Cause love is like a sailing 금방 닿을게 내일 설레는 나의 sailing sailing heart
That last chord and melody. Ooh! Ooh. What a way to end the album indeed. You guys know I'm not really into ballads. However, that was definitely very appealing to me. And one of the reasons would be because it had quite a lot of R&B elements. Just those little dun-dun-dun, like with the piano, that was very, very R&B. And also in the chorus, like the bass and those synths in the back were like, woo! And the melodies as well were very like R&B. And you guys know like R&B is my favorite genre. And even though I don't really vibe with ballads, when it is an R&B ballad, whoo! That combination, the harmonies, their vocals, they sounded so good. That was a very, very nice way to end the album. What a stunning song. What a fantastic fucking album. Let me pick a top 3. Okay, so my favorite track on the whole album, my number 1 is Dear Rose. Hands down, that's my number 1. My number 2 is of course Drip. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to pick a third one because I generally really liked Sailing Hot, and that could possibly be 3. But also there's Replay, and also I actually really enjoyed Parachute. So that's also possible, even though it's a throwback sound. However, for third place, I'm gonna go with Eden. So, Dear Rose, Drip, and Eden. However, third place could be interchangeable depending on my mood. And yeah, don't forget to let me know your top 3 in the comments. If you can't pick a top 3, give me a top 5. If you can't pick a top 5, give me your favorite track. And yeah, that's it guys. I've got Dear Oh My Girl to finish. There's 2 tracks on the album that I haven't heard yet. So that's part 2 of that album. I'll do it as soon as I can. I have to obviously prioritize their comeback instead of doing those last 2 songs. But I will get around to them soon. And yeah, that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, I love you. I love you. Gonna follow me on Instagram, guys. Gonna follow me on Twitter. And yeah, goodbye.
어.